Welcome to Trading Lounge and the US stocks for the 13th of October. And this particular stock here, I missed it in the video yesterday, so apologies about that. And we'll have a look at it before we start the next videos. So with this market here, I'd been looking at it before as it's possible that it's possible that all of this move up here can be corrective and this wave 4 here play in over here. Yeah, so I've had this here before, so we've talked about it before. So I've just got to kind of see a little bit. If this is wave 1 here and we've got a wave 2 coming back here, then it fits really nicely as a 5-wave structure here, and then an ABC structure here, then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. So last time we spoke, we're obviously looking for it to move down into this space here. So I just need to talk about this because this will be the deciding factor where this market goes. As it stands at the moment, it makes a nice A, B and C. It's perfect. But if it takes this low out here, then it's going to be down here for wave C. So this will be wave 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 5. So as a wave 4 rally here, we would expect it to pull back to the 38.2% retracement level, which it basically has here at the moment in that regard. So we just need to be a little bit mindful of that. So it can pull back to there and drop down into wave 5 here. So I just really want this to play out here. I'm not going to look, if it made a move and sat on 130, we can go long from that point. But this is the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, and where it is at the moment is pretty much the 38.2% retracement level. So it really, normally I'd just say buy the highs here, but I won't do that. But this is a major level here, then 1, 2 and 3, which makes up minor group 1. If we get a tested support on that, we can go long from that point. But otherwise, we will need to look at this all the way down here as a wave C. Just copy this here and chuck that down there. So it doesn't really interest me at the moment because it's just not it's not in a trend. It's still in its own world at the moment. So we can look at this later on down at the 100 possibly to buy this. So I'll just save that and move on, but apologies for missing that yesterday. So let's start off. So I'll just be using daily charts and 4-hour charts in most cases, unless there's a necessity to look lower in that. So our first one off the rank here is Facebook. So we'll be looking at F and G's today and H's, so alphabetically by stock code. So with Facebook here, I've sort of had to make a little bit of a decision because this move down through here can be counted as 5 waves here. But I think that, I mean, I can understand a lot of this counting here, but we're short from this move from just here. We need to look at 1 and 2 and 3 here and 4 here and a truncated 5th wave from here. So I'm going to move that over here, then that will make this an A and a B and a C wave here. And then we're looking for 5 waves moving up. And this would be in line with all the other markets that we're looking at. Okay, so we can expect to see a move up into the above the 300, anywhere from pretty much probably 320 to 330. That would be group 1 in there again. So 10, 20 and 30, 1, 2, 3. That will be group 1, and that will tie that back into the 300 here. So with our portfolio trades, as I've mentioned, we won't be doing any portfolio trades until we move into this wave 2 area here. Then we'll start all of that. But in the meantime, I've just been calling trades out in these legs here for this. So in this case here, we can go long above that high here already. So we've had a couple of trades, well, in all of this all the way through really. We took profit at 300. We haven't been back in it since until now. So we can look at this here. I'll just map this out for you as wave 1 and 2 in here. and 3 and 4 occurring in here, and there'll be a wave 5 moving in up here, and then there'll be a wave 4 probably testing the 280, and then a move higher in that case. I'll just rearrange these a little bit. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail in all of this. So, and also too, the wave 4 here is pulled back to the 38.2% retracement level. So all pretty perfect, really. This is group 2 here. So, well, major level at 200, and then 300, and then 500. That way they're major levels, and medium levels are halfway between two major levels, and then between 200 and 300 the minor levels run as 1, 2, 3. We can put 5 there, and then 8, but with 8 we put in 72 and 65. I won't go into all of that at the moment, but yeah, you can see that it plays out quite nicely in that. But we're in a bull trend here. You can hang in there long on this market. I'll just save that, and we'll move on to FLIR Systems. So, okay, so with FLIR Systems here, we just catch up here. Well, look, everything's gone pretty much according to plan, really, because we were looking at wave B and moving down for wave C here, and then moving up off this level here. I haven't called a trade in on this particular market because it's, you know, it's not a really nice count here for all this. I mean, sure, I can see 5 waves here, and we've got our ABC that's pulled back to this level here, but it's just not really ranging out at this stage. So I'll just leave that, but I will just take a closer look at it. Obviously, I was talking about an impulse wave further to the upside. I mean, you can certainly trade it. You can certainly trade it long here right now. You just need to keep a stop down here somewhere for that, and then look to add to this position on top of the 40 area there. So we could look at this as wave 1 and 2, and then 1 and 2 and 3 here. So I can map it out there for you on that basis. So taking that out to this point, looking at that as 1 and 2 in here. All of this is being wave 3. This will be wave 4 and wave 5 here. So this will also make the top of wave 3 here. So that will be wave 4 based on this wave 1 and 2 here. And then we'll have wave 5. So that will give us, at that point, that will give us wave 1 and 2 at that point. So then you can also look to add at that position there if you wanted to, and then pushing up from that space there. So I'll just leave that there, but it's okay to get a small position in here, but it's not moving very fast. If you're okay with that, that's fine, and looking to move in over here with that a little bit further. Okay, the X1 or the XONE is the next. The XONE Co. Getting a bearings here, very much like Facebook in terms of this pullback and price action in here for this. So let me just want to take a closer look, because I haven't really. I'm just working off the cuff here. I haven't really studied these much before all of this. So yeah, sort of the same but different. It could be counted in different ways, but we could count this. This is quite a strong wave structure in this space here. So we could count this as 1 and 2 here, and 3 here, and 4 here, and 5 moving up here, which would leave this here. We've missed the boat here for this one, but I think we could end up seeing something like this before heading higher. And even when we do head higher here, we'll end up seeing a bit of a dance across this level here before moving up higher from that point. But the takeaway here is that we should be moving up into new highs here above this high here, that will take us into probably. There's a couple of things here that you need to be aware of. One of them is 18. The major level up here is 20, so we can put, we'll just take this one from down here. We're not using that. Put that here. And 13 is a major level, and it's played out quite nicely. So the halfway mark, well, halfway between 10 and 20 is 15. So that's important. And halfway between 13 and 15 is 1650. So that brings in the second level here. That's the medium level there. So that's going to play out at that point there. So it's more of a hold than anything else. We've got a portfolio hold on this at 878 here back in the days. It's moving along quite nicely and will continue to do so. There will also be the 61.8% retracement level problem here as well. So that's right where that is. So we can, that's where top of wave one's playing out. In that space, so that's pretty much spot on. So look, it's all fitting pretty nicely. So you could buy it back at 13 or close to this space here if you wanted to. I'll just leave it at that. Guardant Health is our next stock. So okay, so let's just check this out a little bit. You can see an extra wave in here, but I've obviously done my homework there, so I'll just assume that that's correct for the time being. And there is a bit of a trade setup here that's quite interesting. It's a bit high off the level in this case, but that's okay. So the top of the B wave here would be the setup. I might just go to the 4-hour chart actually, but I'll just finish this off here. And we're moving through minor group 1 here. So minor group 1 from 100 is 10, 20 and 30. Well, 1, 2, 3. They need to be sharpened up a little bit. So these will all be stopping points along the way here for this. It should move up much higher than that, but let me not worry about that just yet. Just want to get this entry right here. Oh, I've already got an entry in here, so I've already talked about this before, obviously. Three. Yeah, look, I just haven't had the time to get all these in order first, but I think it's quite good if we just work through them sort of together in a way. The point here is that this is a corrective move. It's in 3 waves, so that means we can go long above here. This is what 110 here, so that's the first level. So, and then 20 and 30, so we can just put this up here at 30 here. This should just pop straight up here. You could probably look, if the 110 becomes, at the moment it's resistance, isn't it? If it was going to fail, this is where it's going to fail from. So we could add a position to this here if I mean, I don't have a position in this, that's why I'm not all over it, but visually, if you can see the 110 becoming the support, you may be able to get a better position than taking the high out here for that. But that's where we are, and this should just continue to go to the upside, so it will stall at the 120 for sure. So just be aware of that, but I'll be back onto that before that occurs. Rightio, so let's look at our next stock, which is Google. Okay, this is on the daily chart for this market, and the move that we've got coming down through here is corrective, and we've been looking at this when we do the indices, so you know, I know this reasonably well, but I'm not going to go into the tick chart for this. I do the tick chart on this for when we look at the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ and those sort of things. But look, it's pretty clear here that this move is quite strong, isn't it? So that's a bit of a third wave occurring there. So we could look at this as 1 and 2 in here. So if I can just beg, borrow and steal these guys over here, and just copying them just like a bank creating money out of debt. Okay, so yeah, it's not a problem here. We'll just continue to mosey along in this space, but we'll look to take out this high here, and very much in line with the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 and so on for all of this. So just the market in general, really. There's a pretty clear picture of once we've got the top of wave 1 in here, then we'll be looking for the wave 2 and then wave 3 to the upside. So we're looking for an impulse wave to the upside here. I'll just go to the 4-hour chart just to get a better definition on those trends and corrections. So yeah, wave 1 here, ABC for wave 2 here. This is probably it'll be something like this. I don't know why I've got that there. I mean, we're doing this here. I mean, I've got 1500 as a medium level, and then 1650 here as a medium level. That's a medium level as well. And it's not to say that 1300 is the top of minor level. It's not to say that 1600 and 1700 are not important. They are important, and they do create tops and bottoms. It's just that when you get corrections between these two numbers, it just seems that the 1650 becomes a really nice balance point to move into a market. So this is what we'll be looking for here for this. All pretty simple at this time. Okay, we're going to look at our next stock, which is GUIDEWIRE. So software company. This, I need to clean this up here a little bit. Obviously I was yakking about something long ago. So nice A, B and C here, rather large compared to the trend, but that's what wave 4s can do. And we have to take out the top here. That's the point. That's what we're looking at here. We're looking at moving up to somewhere up into this space, taking out that top. I'm just not sure. I mean, it obviously looks like 1 and 2 and a nice third wave here. I get that. And it's probably the wave 4 here and wave 5 to move to the upside in this case. And we would have to view this as 1 and 2 here, even though it looks like a bit of a dog's breath here. And you can just see here the trend here. Trends have got a beginning, a middle and an end. I know that's really basic, but we can see the beginning here has got this range in the first bar, then we've got the third wave in here, and then we can see the trend in the ranges is slowing here. So we know that this trend here is finishing at this particular point in time. And we can also see the volume diminishing back this way. So for a trend to be a trend, it needs increasing volume. So I know that that's doing all the right things. So yeah, we'll see a wave 4 correction that will pull back from here to here. It should pull back 38.2%, but it may just have enough zoom in it to get to 120 first and then push up. I'm not really interested in pursuing this particular one. I mean, we missed the trade. The trade would have been at the tops through here. So that's that. So I'm going to move on to our last stock, which is an ADR, the HDF Bank from India. Yeah, we had a look at this stock, not on this chart, but a quick look at this stock on another charting program when we were doing the Nifty 50 today as well. And one of the good things about this, when I was talking about the Nifty 50, is that that this is quite clear here that we've got an A and a B and a C wave here. So that tells me that we will at some point be taking out that high here. So that's the good news on that side of it. So what that does, it makes this wave 1 and 2 and pushing up here higher. Now it's not worth chasing this because I need to straighten this up a little bit here. We should be pushing higher than this too. So this is some old work here, which is sort of on track. I mean, I can settle for this being 1 and 2 here, and this one here is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here. Where's my wave 5? I just don't know if this is wave 5 here for this. I'll have to put it in there and put wave 3 there, I think. And then it leaves wave 4 here. I mean, what I'm thinking out loud here is I'm thinking that this is wave 4 sitting over here as an A and a B and a C, and then going up for wave 5. So I'm a little bit unsure about this. Plus the horse is bolted as well. I mean, if we were going to trade this here, then we would look for this. That's the right correction there, because when we look at the classic trading levels pattern, it's the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, then the ABC correction, and that's where our entry is here. So there's no way I'm going to chase that or put anybody else at that risk there. So I'm just going to leave this for the time being. Yeah, it's a disruptive bank on the Indian scene, and micro loans and all those sorts of things. I can just sort of see a top coming into play here as well. So I'm just going to leave this here. We'll have to wait for wave 2 to pull back into this area here. It will probably make a liar out of me and just continue to the upside in line with the markets. I mean, if this was in 5 waves down here, then I could see that as an A and a B and a C. And I can see that being a B wave up here, and this being an A wave as an A and a B, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. I can see that, but I'm still getting, maybe that's a little wave 4 and 5 in here. Anyway, we've got other fish to fry, so I'm not going to put anybody into this one here. But yeah, this will top out somewhere up here a little bit further. Probably reach 62 actually. That's where it'll probably reach. I mean, in terms of geometry, the 62 is, you know, the 61.8%, so it carries a lot of weight. I think this can push up here high for this, but I need to break this trend down here, and because I'm not trading, I'm not that interested in it at this stage. Yeah, this has probably got higher to go. Is there another way I can look at this? Yeah, there is another way I can look at this, but I need to do some work on it, and that's putting, yeah, it makes it a bit tight. Okay, yeah, look, I'm just waffling on and not coming up with any solutions for this, so I'm not going to bother about it at this stage. Thanks for tuning in, much appreciated. Cheers.